Hey Houston, it's Stinko the Realtor. Today we're going to take a look at the mortgage applications, and they are in a free fall. The year over year numbers of how much less application activity is going on right now is astronomical. I'm also going to show you the 10-year treasury and how you can follow that. That way you know which way interest rates are going so you don't fall victim to the fear mongering that you're seeing in the news where they're saying interest rates are going down and it's a good time to buy and that applications are increasing dramatically. I'm going to show you all of that and what you need to pay attention to because the year over year numbers are awful. There are mortgage companies still doing layoffs. There are mortgage companies going out of business. And if things were good, if mortgage applications were doing great, these companies would not be going out of business. Now, before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. That way you're notified when new videos are posted, and that way you're up to date all things real estate in the greater Houston, Texas area. Also, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. That'll really help the YouTube channel grow. And I have people reaching out to me all the time. We're putting strategies together and we're brainstorming of how to tackle the market here in 2023. I'm a licensed real estate agent in the state of Texas. I love helping people get a good deal, and that's what 2023 is all about. Now let's get into the video here. Mortgage demand jumps nearly 28%. This article was released a couple of weeks ago. In 1 week, as interest rates drop to lowest point in months. Now, the 28% is a great jump. However, you have to read the details. Applications for mortgages to purchase a home increased 25% week to week, but were 35% lower than the same week 1 year ago. All of a sudden, that 25% jump doesn't look that big because we are still 35% lower year over year. That's why you have to read the details of what's going on. And also keep in mind that the cancellations for new construction is also just blowing up. I mean, KB Homes, one of the nation's biggest builders, and they're one of the biggest builders in Houston, had a 68% cancellation rate. We went over this on a previous video. The cancellation rate was 68% in their fourth quarter. All of these homes are going to be hitting the market. So mortgage applications are lower and the cancellation rates for new construction is higher. What does that mean? That means more inventory is going to be flooding the market. And now we see that the spring inventory is about to start flooding the market. That just means if you're patient, you're going to be able to get a better deal here in a couple of months. Now, the article that was released a week later after the application demand skyrocketed 25% but still 35% lower year over year, mortgage demand took a big step back last week even after interest rates fell further. Well, interest rates just fell, and yet mortgage applications are deteriorating even further. Now let's read into the article and see what's going on a little bit further. This is the information you have to pay attention to. We don't care about the refinances. Let's just get down to the mortgage applications for purchases. So mortgage applications to buy a home fell 10% for the week and were lower 41% year over year. Now we're again down 40% less year over year with mortgage applications. That means as inventory is flooding during the spring, as these cancellations with the new construction are coming back to the market, that inventory is just going to continue increasing. We are seeing this nationwide. We are seeing this in California where a lot of people are moving. They say Harris County is the #1 county people from California move to. Well, if people in California are losing money on their houses and they are selling almost 50% less houses year over year, that means there's going to be even more inventory because the out-of-state buyers are not going to be purchasing. Now, I want to show you the 10-year and how you can follow this and what's really going on with interest rates. That way you don't fall victim to that fear-mongering of interest rates dropping. If we take a look here, this is where interest rates were at 3%. We see right here that the 10-year treasury was at 1.5, 1.6, 1.3, 1.4. Then the fight on inflation, you see that the 10-year is skyrocketing as interest rates are. Interest rates are based off of the 10-year treasury. And now that the Fed is increasing the Fed rate, banks don't have free money, so they have to charge consumers a higher interest rate in order to make a profit. And we see right here, this towards the end right here is where they were saying interest rates are dropping. Well, they hit, the lowest they've hit in January was 3.3. I mean, look how much higher that is than it was at the end of 2021 when we were still at 3% interest rate. So even if it goes down a little bit, it's still a 6% interest rate. And now we see that the 10-year is at 3.75% almost. That means that now interest rates are trending upwards, and that's probably going to mean applications are going to further decrease. And not just that, but people that even applied for a mortgage, they are not to purchase a home. They're not all going to buy a home. And now that the interest rate is going up, it's probably going to lower the percentage of people that applied and get approved are actually going to purchase a home. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's push this video in front of more people. Again, my contact information is down below. Get a hold of me. Let's put a strategy together. That way you can take advantage of the market in 2023.